All right, YouTube. Once again, it's Carnell Vernon Stewart here for the podcast talking Auburn football. Go ahead and subscribe to Vernon Speaks Sports Auburn. And down in the Deep South, college football is king, and on the plains of Auburn, the battle cry is War Eagle. All right, so it's the day after, almost creeping into the second day after Auburn's heroic 39-33 loss to Mississippi State. A lot of drama unfolded during the week prior. Brian Harsin terminated from his position as an Auburn Tiger head coach. And then the biggest story of the week was Carnell Williams, the first African-American head coach at Auburn. Matter of fact, he was a pretty popular guy if you know him. He was one of the best running backs in Auburn history, especially back in 2003, 2004, with that tandem between he and Ronnie Brown. As a matter of fact, he had a nice career in the NFL and also coached a little bit with the IMG and got the phone call from Gus Malzahn saying, look, I want you to come and coach my running backs at Auburn. That was back in 2019. And of course, Carnell Williams answered the call. He coached Boobie Whitlow. He also had a big hand in recruiting Tank Bigsby, who is currently the Auburn, is the leading Auburn running back now. So Auburn goes on the road. First time Carnell Williams has to get the team together, has to help prepare with the travel as far as the game plan. And they get down early. They get down early pretty bad, as a lot of folks was probably thinking, just like the week prior, like, hey, this is about to be a blowout. But all of a sudden, something happened. Auburn began to come back in that football game, actually took the lead, had a huge opportunity to win that game. But before we get into that, we'll also get into the comparison reports as we talk about what Gus Malzahn is doing down at UCF. Because a lot of Auburn fans tend to seem to find interest in the comparisons of Bo Nix and Gus Malzahn, kind of like that we should have never let you go type deal. Bo Nix is absolutely balling in Oregon. Now, would he have been able to do the same thing in the SEC? The stats proved he didn't. The stats also prove that he wouldn't be able to do it now because some of the best quarterbacks in the country are in the SEC are not able to perform the way Bo Nix is performing. But big shout out to him because we see his ability. But when you're up against, some superior talent, Georgia, it was absolutely ridiculous. They went into that Tennessee game. Tennessee, one of the highest scoring teams in the country, and completely shut them down. Completely. So, you can go with that comparison if you want to say that Bo. Now, I will say this. I think Bo Nix was trending pretty well before his injury at Auburn. However, do I think he would be performing at a level that would garnish, some of the top awards in college football had he stayed at Auburn? I would resoundingly say probably not. Okay, so let's get back to this game. Now, it was a very peculiar game as Robbie Ashford, quarterback, 7 for 22, 75 yards, led the rushers. Auburn scores 33 points. Normally, that kind of stuff just doesn't happen. A lot of good things happened for Auburn in this game. They took advantage of some opportunities. And, it's just a weird game, to be honest with you. Very weird game. Tank Bigsby, 13 rushes for 89 yards, 6.8 yards per carry. That was catalyzed by a 30-plus yard run, I think midway through the third quarter. A lot of folks very emotionally attached to this game because, one, Carnell Williams is a darling at Auburn football. You just can't take that away from him. He had the team prepared. He had the team excited. He had the team rejuvenated. He utilized all of his resources. And there you have it. You have Auburn, even though losing this game 39-33, I think had a very profound opportunity to win the football game in Carnell Williams' interim head coaching debut at Auburn. Auburn looking ahead to Texas A&M, a viable opportunity to win that game. And now bowl eligibility doesn't seem to be likely, assuming that Auburn defeats Texas A&M, defeats Western Kentucky. Beating Alabama on the road is highly, at least from a probability standpoint, unlikely. But the Auburn fan base is definitely excited about just the rejuvenation of pride in the program. The energy that it took for Auburn to remain in this game and actually take the lead and push this game into overtime and have a chance to win. All right, so we got some more coverage as far as Auburn versus Texas A&M as we leave Mississippi State behind. Congratulations to Mississippi State with the win over Auburn 39-33 in Carnell Williams' debut. Like the video, comment, and subscribe to Vernon Speaks Sports Auburn. As always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger or Eagle.